So containers by themselves are actually relatively easy to build, but then the person's asking, how do I deploy them? There's actually a few easy ways to do it. One of those is using Docker Compose, and we actually see a lot of companies will use that for applications where it really only needs to be on a single server. Docker Compose gives them the ability to do all the orchestration bits and pieces in a way that's really fairly easy to pick up. From there, like, what if I now need to scale? Well, having the containers, building for containers first, that's your first step anyway. And so you've already taken that step, and moving to something like Kubernetes, while it may be difficult, you can get help doing that. And it can be, once you start getting into it and understanding how it works, it's easier. But there are a lot of companies that can provide support around that. Perforce OpenLogic and Perforce Zend are obviously can do that for you. But there's a lot of consultants in every around there that can do it as well. But containers make it really easy for developers to share the exact same runtime and that is going to be used in production between each other in a way that was really hard to do using virtual machines or just trying to deploy on your own machine. One of the problems I always heard was like, oh, it works fine on my machine. Then I go and try and run it on mine, and it doesn't. If I'm using a container, if it works on their machine, it works on my machine as well, typically.
And for deployment of those, with companies like Helm, who have made it really easy to deploy, using a package-like approach, similar to using Composer and PHP. You just pull in your package, install it, and you've got a whole Kubernetes, ecosystem set up at a single command. And it just makes it so much easier, once you get to that point.